Fast food and just going out to eat in general just has such a hold on me. I'm utterly addicted to buying some good food to eat. I waste so much money buying food when I have food at home. I try to bring food to work so that I can eat lunch at my office, but I always find myself back at the drive-thru. I try to make sandwiches, so I go get some good bread. I get some good meat from the deli, and it's delicious for 3 days. But then I get bored of sandwiches, so I end up ordering some food. I try to bring some frozen microwave food. I found these good spicy chicken sandwiches things that I can heat up quick in the microwave. I ate 3 of those things today, but I still ended up getting a poke bowl a couple hours later. Yesterday I got McDonald's breakfast. I ate 2 of those chicken sandwiches, and then I got chicken wings in the afternoon. And I still ate dinner when I got home. And I'm not fat. I weigh 175, I'm 5'11", but I just love food. And I waste so much money. I spent probably $35 on food yesterday, $20 today. Every time I go to a restaurant, it's $20. My wife and I make pretty good money, and we're not in debt or anything. We're staying afloat. But it's like all of our extra money goes towards treating ourselves to food and frappuccinos. Like, we always need a little treat every time we step out our front door. We probably spend $600 a month on extra food from restaurants, but we go grocery shopping every single week. If we could kick the habit and put that into retirement, we'd be millionaires by the time that we retire. But we're both like this, so we just enable each other. And it really is an addiction, because I make a conscious decision to not go out to lunch. I say, that's it. Starting this week, I'm going to bring food, I'm going to save that money, and I'm going to put it towards more responsible things. I tell myself that I can still splurge and buy food with my wife, but I'm not going to buy food for myself. But I still find myself in the drive-thru, and when I'm there, I'm ashamed of myself as I hand over my card to the cashier. I take the food into my car, and I drive to the far corner of the lot, the parking space next to the dumpster, and I just eat my food like a rat. Then I make sure to throw everything away so that my wife doesn't know that I did that. Even though she literally never has been upset with me for getting food, I'm just ashamed that I didn't make the responsible decision again. I don't know the solution to this problem. I just can't eat sandwiches every day. It's not satisfying. Microwave food feels like I'm just eating garbage. I hate leftovers. I have to eat fresh food. I often have dinner and then I think that, maybe I will save this and eat this for leftovers tomorrow because it was a good meal. But then when I open up the Tupperware the next day, it just looks revolting. Like my body's telling me that it's not even safe to eat. And it's been like this for 13 years. Ever since I got my driver's license, I turned 16. And I was working at a pizza place, so I would always get food when I was driving around, and then I would always make myself pizza every time that I worked. Then when I turned 18, I moved out on my own, and for 9 months, I didn't go grocery shopping one time. I went out to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, except for the days that I would just eat a bag of Flaming Hot Cheetos as my dinner. I was living alone, so I was able to easily afford all of that and splurge every day. And really, I can afford it now. All the bills are getting paid, my kids' daycare is getting paid, but there's better uses for that money. I can be putting that money to an emergency fund or, putting it towards my future or my kids' future. I know there's a lot worse addictions to have. A good friend of mine is heavily hooked on alcohol and cigarettes. And I know that he doesn't cook, so he's going out to eat as well. So he's got to be spending incomprehensible amount of money on his indulgences. But the alcohol and cigarettes never had a grasp on me. I love weed. When I have a lot of money in the bank, I tend to spend about $60 to $80 a month or so on weed gummies. But as soon as I can see that my money might start getting tight in the near future, the first thing I do is stop spending money on weed. I haven't bought weed gummies in probably 3 or 4 months now because I haven't had a commission check with that extra money in my bank. But even if I have $60 in the bank, I would still find myself in the drive-thru, putting it on my credit card, justifying it to myself. And I would never do that with weed or anything else. And I don't know, man. It just sucks. I can't even go and get gas without stopping into the gas station and getting something to drink or getting something to eat on my way. I spend so much time driving. It's like I have a compulsive need to always have something to snack on as I'm driving around, you know? It's just the one thing that I have no power over. Maybe video games is the closest thing. You know, I was able to get off video games for like a whole year one time, but ended up relapsing on that. But I don't spend anywhere near as much money on video games as I do on food. You know, probably 10 times as much on food. And $15 a month on my RuneScape subscription gets way more bang for my buck than a Big Mac meal. Does anybody else have this problem? I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only one, and maybe I'm overreacting. You know, spending an extra $400 or $500 a month on some good food is probably far from the hole that people dig themselves in with other addictions, or some people that, you know, some people may say that's not really a fast food addiction. I mean, at least I'm not leaving my house, sneaking out in the middle of the night, hitting the drive-thru at 12 a.m. I don't know. Maybe it's not that bad, but it feels like it sucks. So, all right, thanks for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. Thank you.